we have to begin where all of your other favorite content creators have begun, and that is the the absolute gem of content that was delivered to us courtesy of Chris Rock and Will Smith. As you guys know, and if you don't, you're either just if you don't know about what happened, I think I'm allowed to question your involvement in society. All right? I don't understand how you can participate in society, how you could have the gall to participate in society and not know what went down at the Oscars on Sunday. TLDR, Chris Pocket, Chris Pocket, Chris Rock made a joke and got ran up on by Will Smith. I'm gonna play the video for all the video watchers and of course with the audio for all of the audio listeners. But let's get into it.
It's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow.
Yo.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Out your fucking mouth.
Oh my God.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Oh my God.
My wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
Bro.
Okay. That was
Look at his
greatest night in the history of television.
This shit gets funnier and funnier every time I see it. Every time I see it. Man, the form on this, man. Bro, Will walks up, plants, and just absolutely perfect wind up, immaculate follow through, fucking clapped up Chris Rock, dude. Just an absolutely perfect open-handed slap. Now, of course, the discourse around this has gone in two directions. There have been some absolutely juicy takes from everybody. I think perhaps the juiciest was Judd Apatow, who tweeted that Will Smith was wrong for walking up and slapping Chris Rock because he could have killed him. Will Smith could have killed Chris Rock with this slap. And of course, from that point on, the internet took it and ran with it. There were hella copy pastas going around. Lil Nas X had a couple very solid ones, one of them being the intro song to the Fairly Odd Parents. And then there was also, I gotta pull it up on my phone because I saved a screenshot of it. There was someone who tweeted in response to Judd Apatow. I have no idea who this person is. Their Twitter handle is left@London, and they tweeted Judd Apatow saying that slap could have killed Chris Rock is so fucking funny. He's Will Smith, not One Punch Man. How does Judd Apatow get to that point where he's like, I need to tweet this. I need to tweet about how Will Smith could have ended Chris Rock's life with this slap. And of course, the obvious rebuttal to this is that Judd Apatow he's a comedian. I don't know if he's a stand-up comedian, but he's, a comedic writer and stuff like that. The part of the dialogue surrounding all comedians is that this makes their job significantly more dangerous now, because if they're at a show and they make a joke that someone doesn't appreciate, that person now has the liberty to walk up and slap them, which I think, of course, is a natural reaction to have when your job is to basically poke fun at people and kind of like toe the line between what's acceptable and what's not. As far as the joke and as far as the reaction, I 100% believe that Will Smith should not have reacted like this. You don't react to a joke with violence. Like, the only time it's even acceptable to retaliate with violence is if someone attacks you first. Now, the other way to look at this is, should Chris Rock have said that joke? And you could argue that it was in bad taste, which I understand. It might have been a little out of pocket, but Will Smith was laughing at it at first. And then, Jada, I don't think took too kindly to this. And of course, these two being friends, you have to wonder if at some point a discussion came up and it was like, look, you could joke about me, but don't joke about any of my family members or in particular my wife's alopecia, which is the reason why she keeps her hair short. And bro, I don't even know who the fuck G.I. Jane is. I get it. I'm young. But like I didn't get the joke, which is probably why I didn't find it all too funny. It was just like it was a reference joke for me. And if you're born after like the reference period of a joke, it just doesn't hit the same. But this is this is really nothing. This is I mean, it's a story and it should be a story because it's absolutely fucking hilarious, but beyond that, it's a non-story. I want all the people who are like,
Oh my god. Will Smith needs to be arrested right now for assault. He assaulted Chris Rock on national TV.
first of all, it's not that serious. He didn't assault Chris Rock. He open hand slapped him. That doesn't constitute as assault. First of all, secondly, these guys are friends. These guys have been friends for a long time. It's okay to open hand slap your friend. It's not okay. I don't want to make it. I don't. Again, I'm not condoning violence, but like this does not have the same implication as if like Will Smith just walked up to some new comedian whom he has no previous relationship with and did that. Like it doesn't have the same relation to a random person walking up to like Tom Segura or Jim Jeffries or Mark Norman or somebody like that and just smacking him across the face for making a joke that they didn't like. Like you have to recognize the nuance of this situation, right? Is it assault if you slap your brother? Is it assault if you get into a fight with your brother or with your friend? I mean, you can make the legal argument, but like it's really not that serious. Okay? It's really not that serious. And I don't think people like if you're comparing this situation to like unironically comparing the situation between Chris Rock and Will Smith to like Putin and Ukraine. I saw a tweet like that the other day where they were trying to draw a comparison between these two. Meanwhile, these are not even in the same ballpark. Is Will Smith fucking precision striking Chris Rock's house? Is he is he fucking blowing up schools in Chris Rock's neighborhood? Like, no, dude, he's not. He's not. Like, that's a fucking outrageous comparison to make. The memes when they were good, they were good. Like, there were so many people taking the piss of the situation because I can't really stress this enough. This is a harmless situation. And then, of course, they cleared everything up. Will Smith apologized. He apologized to Chris Rock. He also apologized to the Academy, which I think is bullshit. The Academy fucking loved this. The Oscars as an institution, just they don't give a fuck about any of this. Like they don't care. I mean, they probably do care about this just for like virtuous signaling, but this is the same institution that gave awards to Harvey Weinstein and Roman Polanski, the same institution that gave 6 Academy Awards to American Sniper, which was a war story that glorified Chris Kyle, who was a proven war criminal, like was shooting Middle Eastern civilians just for fun, and they had no problem awarding an award to that. So I think they're like obviously the memes have been especially spicy, and there's been a lot of people who have come up with some great fucking jokes, but then there are a lot of people who just take it too far. I wish I compiled a whole bunch of them, but I saw a bunch yesterday and I didn't want to make myself have to go through that. And it's just, I don't like when a situation like this happens, like something that is comedic, it's humorous, I mean, I don't want to say it's lighthearted, but it's a non serious event. It's a non serious altercation. Those same people who screech about Will Smith needing to be arrested, they're also simultaneously the same people who are like, ironically enough, pro-violence in every other regard. They don't give a fuck when police use excessive force. They don't give a fuck when the American government perpetuates violence in other areas of the world and also like inside of our borders. But it's little instances like this that get people all riled up and think that there has to be some sort of police intervention because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on camera because he quote unquote got away with a crime on national TV, which is such a stretch, man. If you're making a stretch like that, you need to log off the internet for a little bit. Like, you need to go take a walk, go to a nature preserve, smell the fresh air, maybe take a leaf and rub it on your face to reconnect with nature, because ultimately, again, it's not that serious. It was a funny situation. The best part was Chris Rock being like, dude, right after, which is the only appropriate response to getting slapped. But ultimately, this is an iconic moment now. This moment will go on forever. I don't want to see anybody trying to tear down Will's legacy for acting out like this because, listen, human moment, okay? I know we expect the Hollywood elite and all of these super famous people to behave like robots, to not show emotion, to not really ever get out of line. Like, straight up, Will Smith just had a human moment, okay? Something popped inside of him, and he was like, I have to smack the shit out of this guy right now. Again, not condoning these actions, but I understand how he could have been pushed to that point. Let's see. What do we got in these replies?
Aww.
Questlove says he missed the Will Smith Chris Rock Oscar slap because he was meditating. Just imagine if Will Smith had gotten up to hit Chris Rock and then the camera had cut out and he didn't come back until Will Smith won the Oscar and he gave the same speech. You'd want someone to investigate the missing tape right now. Imagine Will Smith was launching a coup. A coup. Oh my god. The thing that people don't get about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock is that between 1981 and 2017, China reduced its poverty rate from 88% to 2.1, accounting for 79% of the entire global reduction in poverty, according to the UN and World Bank. This is true, by the way. I love that. Marxist Clay Higginist with a fucking banger. Oh my god, someone's bringing up when Jason Derulo fell down the stairs at the Met Gala. Damn, what a moment. I'm really upset that we're not seeing more memes though. Damn, what a shame. Again, folks, it's not that serious. I promise. I promise you. You do not have to get all up in arms over Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock, okay? He was wrong. Everyone takes an L in this regard, except for the internet because, of course, content brain. Everyone takes an L, and we just keep it moving. Will Smith, he did win an Oscar. Congratulations. I know that of late, Will Smith's track record as far as movies go aren't really the best. They kind of suck. But he won an Oscar for his portrayal of Richard Williams, of course, father to Venus and Serena, and ultimately, like, people talking about how this is going to impact his legacy. They're just being fucking weirdos, okay? They're being chronically online. It's not that deep, I promise. Again, there are people who have won Oscars that have done demonstrably more degenerate shit than Will Smith has. I already mentioned Roman Polanski. I mentioned Harvey Weinstein. Mel Gibson's another one. It's just how it goes, okay? It's very similar to how just the country operates as a whole, where we see these little superficial things happen that are essentially meaningless, and everyone gets whipped up in a frenzy, but then there is deeper, shadier shit going on, and everyone's like, oh, well, that didn't happen. We're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. Ultimately, a W for the internet, as always.